My name is Chloe Richardson, and my speech is called Are School Shootings Becoming the Norm? Sending your child to school should be an easy and painless part of your day. It shouldn't raise any questions, it shouldn't cause any grief, or surely any stress. But that's not the case now because of how we're seeing more and more school shootings as time goes on. Now the question raised, do parents send their children to public schools hoping that nothing happens, or do they hope that the schools will implement something else that'll keep their children safer? Like, what now? From personal experience, I've never been in a school shooting, but there were a few threats, but there was one that was a little bit bigger than the other, and it was really confusing because the school kept it as much as they could out of earshot of the students. They didn't want their students to be worried or anything, but because we have heard about it the day before, but to us it was just, some kid making a joke or some kid just running their mouth. But the day that it was supposed to happen, our school nurse contacted my dad, who is captain of CID at the sheriff's department, and kind of just said that she didn't think it would be a good idea if we went to school that day. So being a senior, me and my friends, we were like, heck yeah, we get to skip a day of school. It's not that big of a deal. No one's going to get shot up, which no one did. But students shouldn't always think like that. Students should know that this happens. Students should be made more aware of the reality of this, of the reality of all of it. And also, parents have lost children. Parents have the fear and the guilt of sending their children to school, and do you have children in the schools still, so do you pull them out? I know for me, I have a 2-year-old, and so we have a little bit of time to worry about that, but I raised the question of, where do I send her? What is the safest place for her? How do you even know what schools are the safest? And she's in daycare right now, and there was an instance not that long ago where this guy was running from state police, and he pulled into their daycare parking lot, and that's where state got him stopped. And so they kind of had a mini standoff. No shootings, I know the state had their guns drawn, but there was no shots fired or nothing. But that was very worrisome because of how quickly, how easily something can happen, and how I was just in high school not that long ago thinking it's not that big of a deal. It's not going to happen to me. Well, it can. And students are dealing with it every day. Students are the main target of these things, and some of them don't even realize that. Some of them just think, oh, whatever, this is just something I can make a joke about because I hate going to school or anything like that, when in reality, these students are losing friends. Students are losing their own lives, and parents are losing children. Parents are sending their children places where they are supposed to be taken care of, taught things, and better themselves. I found a website called Pew Research, and Dr. Huskins wrote about how about a third of parents are extremely worried about sending their children to school. And in the website, there is a digital diagram that shows that, and it's 19% of parents are extremely worried, and then the very, very small portion, there's a 4% of parents that are not worried at all. Now, I don't know where the population of that came from, but I would say 19% are the majority of the people I know. And it's not that you don't trust the schools. It's just anything can happen. These things are becoming so more frequently. How do you stop that? How do you prevent someone from breaking in when you're not worried about it? Because most schools, you have these plans implemented, you have these safety measures, you have either an SRO in the building or you have drills that you have practiced, but how much can you practice for the unexpected? How much can you plan for something that is going to happen when normally no one knows about it, and if someone does know about it, they don't report it? But these are things that no child should ever go through. This is something that no parent should ever have to deal with. No teacher should ever have to worry about, how do I save these children? School shootings are not something that need to be downplayed. School shootings should be, the students should be aware. The students should be very, very aware of that this could very well happen to you, that these aren't things that to be made jokes about or to just say freely. And parents, I feel like parents should really start considering looking into all of the methods that these schools have out to protect their students, and maybe that could give them a better guidance of where their children should go.